This is the second video in my GLP-1 aided fat loss journey. The videos are not supposed to be watched independently. If you want to get benefit from them, you have to watch them in the order that they are made. So right now they aren't in a playlist, but you can just click on this channel and see which one was made first. See, order them from the oldest or the latest or whatever you want to order them, so you can watch them in the order they are made. In the introductory video, I told you I was going to show you the system I'm going to be using, but I'm going to postpone that until the third video because there are a few things I forgot to say in the first video, things I forgot to show you, and also I wanted to devote this video mainly about the risk. So I'm not going to be talking about the risk mostly myself. I'm going to put links, check in the description. I'll keep adding whenever I find videos about the risks of GLP-1 systems. I'm going to be adding them. I won't mention any GLP-1 products by name in this video. If you have watched the earlier video, first video, check the description. There was a link to a Stanford Health 1 hour overview of GLP-1 products where they mentioned several products that you probably heard of. That way, since I don't want to be sued when I mention risks and drawbacks of GLP-1 products, I don't want to mention any product by name in this video. If you want to know the names, go back to the first video, click on the description, and click on the first link. It will take you to the Stanford Health video. They mentioned some risks there, but they mentioned too few in my opinion. So second, in the description of the present video, there will be, whenever I find a YouTube video about the risks, this being discussed either by doctors or researchers and stuff like that, I will add them in the description. So even if you check it today, don't forget to come back like in a month or so, check the description of this video again, because I'll keep adding risk videos, videos about risks of GLP-1s as I find them. I have already seen a few myself, so I'm going to retrieve them and put them in the description today or tomorrow. But I'll keep adding to it. Today, this is the morning of Wednesday, March 26, 2025. So a couple of things I forgot to mention in the previous videos that besides the GLP-1 system I'm going to be using, I have been using metformin. So I'm going to keep using this. This is 500 milligram tablets of metformin. I take half a tablet in the evening. I suspect most people take 1 gram metformin a day or 1 gram twice a day. I don't know what's typical usage. I just use a small dosage, 250 milligrams. Metformin is a diabetes medication. I don't have diabetes, but we have diabetes in the family. I've had a cousin who died of complications of diabetes, and one of my brothers has diabetes. So I suspect I'm probably what they call pre-diabetic, which means I have the metabolic syndrome without having full-blown diabetes. So I take a small dose of metformin in the evening, 250 milligrams, typically before I go to bed. If you research GLP-1 products, clinical trials, some of them combine GLP-1 with metformin. Maybe they have synergistic effect, or maybe they just add up their effects, and apparently you get better results with GLP-1 plus metformin than with GLP-1 alone. Second thing I take is rapamycin. I take it once a week. Right now we're in March. I take 3 milligrams once a week. In April I will upgrade that to 4 milligrams once a week. From what I heard, the clinical trial that tested rapamycin, I think for anti-aging or some other benefits, not the original thing it was designed for, was 5 milligrams once a week. It's not a weight loss or a fat loss medication. It's an anti-aging medication when you take it once a week. But I heard that people who try to lose fat report it's easier to do when they are on rapamycin than when they are not. I weighed myself this morning again, and once again I weighed 209 pounds. Actually, the scale said 209.2, but I had my socks on, so probably I weighed 209.1. Now, like I said, that's only 1 pound more than the number of bones I have, but I plugged those numbers into Perplexity, which is an AI app, and I plugged in my age. By the way, I'm 55, I'm 5'11". Small frame. Small frame means that if you take one hand and you do like this with the other hand, you can your fingers will touch. If your fingers touch, means you're small frame, which means you don't have thick bones. So that affects that helps you decide without doing a DEXA scan roughly how much fat you have. Also, I don't have much muscles. This is muscles. There's not much there. So 209 pounds is too much for a 5'11" who is small frame and doesn't have too much muscle. I entered these numbers into Perplexity, and it said I have it about 29 BMI, which is overweight but not obese. But the body fat percentage it gave me is 31%, 31 to 32. I don't remember the exact number. But I don't think that took into account the fact that I'm small frame, I don't have much muscle. So my guess is I have between 35 and 40% of body fat. I don't want to go through the trouble of doing the time, trouble, and money of doing the DEXA scan. So I'm just going to judge visually. So I'm going to show you my belly in a minute. But before I forget, one other thing I forgot to say yesterday was that I was an obese kid, and I have been obese most of my adult life. So when I went to school in Algeria in 1975, there were only 2 obese kids in the whole school, and I was one of the 2. So probably I'm not being helped too much by genetics, and then I have been obese most of my adult life, and I'm obese right now. Like I said, the Perplexity gave me something between 31 and 30% of body fat, but because it doesn't take into account the fact that I'm small frame, which again means I can join my fingers here, so I don't have thick bones, I don't have much muscle, so I'll probably have 35 to 40% of body fat. So I'm going to be judging my progress mostly visually. So let me show you what my belly looks like. Before I show that, I haven't started taking any GLP-1 product yet. I'm going to start this morning, but right now it's 8:17 a.m. and I just got up. I'm still having, as you can see, my coffee. So let me show you my belly. So that's what I will be judging kind of before and after. So this is my belly. See, there is this bump here. This is dense visceral fat. Most of my fat is visceral. I don't have much subcutaneous fat. And then, as you can see, I have some fat, love handles here and stuff. As you can see, there is looks like I'm pregnant. In the good old days, I would have just aborted this baby, but since Donald Trump took away my abortion rights, I'm going to have to starve the baby to death. Not to death, actually. I'm only interested in losing 10 pounds. The product I'm going to be showing you in the next video, the clinical trials have shown that people lose 25 pounds of fat. They haven't lost muscle. They've lost fat, 25 pounds in 12 weeks. But that's not my ambition. Like I said in the previous video, the fat loss is only my third health objective. My main one is getting good night's sleep. Second one is having mental energy during the day. And only third comes fat loss. So when I have to make trade-offs, like for example, yesterday around 10 p.m., I wasn't hungry at all, but I wanted to go to bed and I wasn't feeling sleepy. And I was worried that if I just go to bed without eating, I would have trouble falling asleep. I may stay up until midnight or past midnight, and then I may not get much sleep. So I ate dinner, and then I ate some snacks, mainly so that for the sake of getting good night's sleep. So you see how I make compromises. I don't make compromises that favor my fat loss, but that favor the quality of my sleep and my mental energy. So let me. I won't talk much about the risks of GLP-1 products because in the video there will be in the description there will be videos that talk about that. So I encourage you to watch those. But if you watch the overview I put as a description to the previous video, they mentioned in terms of weight loss, they had 1 to 3 muscle to fat loss, which means in general with those products, for every 3 pounds of fat you lose, you also lose 1 pound of muscle. So 25% of the total weight loss is muscle. I want to lose 10 pounds to get go from 209 to 199, but I definitely don't want to lose 2.5 pounds of muscle. I don't have much muscle to begin with, and I really don't want to lose 2.5. So I won't be using, of course, one of those big pharma GLP-1 products. The video that I linked in my introductory video, the one from Stanford Health, they talk about big pharma GLP-1 products. I won't mention the brands, but if you watch it, you will see brands that you've heard a lot about on TV. So since I don't want to lose any muscle, I won't be using any big pharma GLP-1 product. The one I'm going to be using, which I will show you on the next video, clinical trials have shown that people who use it don't lose muscle. Now, the difference between the big pharma products, the main one, and the one I'm going to be using is that big pharma products, they give you these GLP-1 receptor agonists, which multiply your natural levels by a factor of about 1,000. So that's a very natural process, and it causes all kind of havoc in your body. That can include, there's the muscle loss, which is a big one. There is resting heart rate goes up by 10, plus 10. So whatever resting heart rate you have, you get plus 10, including at night. So I don't know which kind of quality sleep you would get with those. I've heard of things like stomach paralysis. I don't even remember. I heard so many bad things with big pharma GLP-1 products. And all these, if you keep checking the description that I'm going to be putting below, I will put the link to those videos about the risks of big pharma GLP-1 products. The one I'm going to be using will not add artificial GLP-1 receptor agonists. The product I'm going to be using will stimulate my natural production of GLP-1. You already have GLP-1. That's why you don't eat 1,000 pounds of food. When you eat food, your intestine makes GLP-1, and maybe some other parts of your body make GLP-1 too. And the product I'm going to be using, instead of multiplying GLP-1 by a factor of 1,000 like big pharma, it will only multiply the secretion of my own GLP-1 by a factor of 2.4. That's why in the first video I showed you my diet. So big pharma products, it seems like they have been designed to bail you out of eating junk food. So you can eat junk food and use big pharma GLP-1 products and still lose fat and muscle. The one I'm going to be using is no substitute for eating healthy food. So I showed you my diet. I showed you what the kind of food I have in my refrigerator. Actually, I only showed you what I have in one of the refrigerators. I'm going to show you what I have in the second one right now. And let me show you some more of the food I have. So this is no substitute for, this is no license to eat junk food. It's no substitute for eating healthy foods. Like I said in the first video, my problem is I eat too much of the health foods. So, for example, I believe hard-boiled eggs are healthy. Himalayan salt are healthy. But when I make them, it's not uncommon for me to eat like 10 or 11 eggs. That's what my dish can hold when I boil them, and still not feel completely full. So I'm hoping that by using a GLP-1 system that I'm going to show you in the next video, I'll be able to eat 5 eggs and feel full instead of eating 10 and still feel not full. So here is some more of my food. The mushrooms are starting to go bad because they've been sitting here for too long, but I have zucchini, so more health food. And I wanted to show you this. I eat a huge amount of butter. So all this butter, this will last me like 2 months, this amount of butter. So I put a lot of butter in my coffee in the morning. So this is it. So really the main value you get from this video is not from the video itself, but from the ones I'm gonna link to in the description. And keep checking it off and check it at least once a month, because I'm going to be adding to the risks of Big Pharma GLP-1, which once again, it's not what I'm gonna be using. So if you are watching this video, it means that I have at least 2 subscribers for the channel in my book that justifies 2 videos in the channel. If you want to see an update where I will show you the products that I'm going to be using, besides the medications I showed that I have already been using before, subscribe to the channel. And if you've already subscribed, get someone else to subscribe. Once I see 2 subscribers, I will upload and make public a 3rd video. So see you in the next one.